guys, I've been looking forward to making this update. I wanted to show you several new dummies and in particular a new Kevlar case for all of the new iPhones from my favorite ever company, Pitaka. They just sent me new dummies and the cases to go alongside it and all the colors of this year's new iPhone 10 and 10 Plus premium models. I wanted to show you those, and I also wanted to show you this concept, iOS 13. And I know, iOS 12 isn't even here yet, but iOS 13 looks amazing if this were it. So I've worked with him before on several concepts, Ariel, and he does such a great job. So we'll talk about this concept right after, but first I wanted to talk about these cases. I've got a couple different sources for these models. The first one, we're gonna take a look at those cases. And this is obviously the one I'm gonna be using on my iPhone. And everyone I talk to that I recommended this case, they absolutely love it. It's slim, wireless charging, it's got the metal mounts to mount in your car. Like, it does everything I could want it to. And for the new iPhones, obviously I'm gonna be using it. So these guys were so confident that this is the final design of the iPhone. They built the cases for it. They're already up for pre-order on their website. Actually, you can buy them right now. I think they're already shipping. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And this is what we got. Very neat packaging compared to the other sources I've got it from. Here are their new cases and the new models. So they left me a note. Cool. Thanks for your constant support with the Pitaka team. Enjoy checking out these dummies and the new MagSafe case for the iPhone 2018. Everyone is still confused about what Apple is going to call these. My personal opinion is iPhone for the 6.1 inch, this guy, iPhone 10 Plus, and then iPhone 10, and they're gonna put a new badge in front of it. But anyways, let's see these models. Let's see if they differ at all from the ones I have. And this is the 6.1 now. So this is the same exact style as this one, but I have seen already two different types. Here's this one, slightly different font, but the camera design is a little bit sharper, and overall just looks a little bit better, I'd say. But okay, I do have a space gray variant and a white one, and I'll be showing you the gold color, of course, for the iPhone 10. Ooh, first time seeing a space gray for the Plus version. That's nice, man. Compared to mine, see there's a different shade here. This is more like the real deal. Very cool. This is a massive phone compared to this one. Okay, so let's take a look at those cases, and I believe this is for the 6.1 inch. The camera cutout is a little bit smaller, but it does have accommodation for the flash unit below it. And let's throw that on. Look at that. Very nice. So, you know, this is 100%, I would say at this point, that Apple is doing this design, and many case manufacturers are already building and selling cases just because they're so confident in it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is just for the regular version. I don't think there's anything different. Maybe just a slightly different design for the camera lens here. But yeah, that would be for the 5.8 inch. Just gonna throw it on just for the heck of it. And lastly, we have the 6.5. Oh man, huge case, but incredibly slim. You wouldn't even know that it's there, basically. Perfect fit. Wow. So in terms of Kevlar bulletproof protection, this is the new lineup, and very, very nice. I really like it. See, the size difference is just enough for you to tell when they're together, but once they're apart, these look both huge. Obviously, this one is a smaller one, but the 6.1 and 6.5 are massive phones. You know, just using it, putting it in your hand, you can really tell how much wider it is. And then the Plus gets even wider than that. So me trying to stretch across the screen, oh, man, that is gonna be quite the difficult device to use, honestly. Eventually, I feel like they're gonna shrink the bezels, and as a result, you'll still have the screen size, but it'll be a little bit easier to navigate. Just with one hand, no way. This is Apple's biggest phone ever, and you're definitely gonna need both hands to hold it. And I think I have pretty decently big hands, and I still cannot stretch my thumb over them. I have difficulty with the regular one, you know, getting up there and tapping, getting the control center down. So I feel like with iOS 12, Apple really needs a way to bring up the control center from the bottom, especially on a phone this big. So that's awesome. Seriously, well-finished cases. They feel amazing, and I can't wait to begin using this with my 10 Plus. I don't think that it'll need any modifications. This is pretty much the final production version. There are those. I also wanted to show you the colors. So this is basically the entire color lineup of this year's iPhone. We've got the gold iPhone 10, We've got the regular silver one, and of course the space gray. So for the premium 5.8-inch models and the 6.5-inch, these are the 3 color selections. This one is most likely not accurate. It's going to be a shade of gold, just like the iPhone 8 series. This is more of a copper tone, although it would have been cool if they did something like this. I absolutely love a copper look on the iPhone. Definitely something new, and it would match the Samsung Galaxy Note 9's copper metallic color. This is the color scheme of the new iPhone. This one's just going to be a little bit off, but that is amazing. So I'm so glad that I got an opportunity to check these out with the cases on. Still, it surprises me how wide they are. And this is the slimmest case, one of the slimmest that you can buy. You know, imagine with like an actual bulky case. You're going to need 3 hands to operate this thing. But okay, there it is. Thank you so much, Pitaka. Again, if you want to buy these cases early, I'll drop a link down below in the description. Let's go ahead and talk about that iOS 13 concept. Alright, so I'd like to show you this new iOS 13 concept by Jacob Rendina, and it's got so many great ideas that make you wonder, why hasn't Apple added these yet? And I know Apple takes a very long time to roll things out, but I don't think it's an excuse. So his concept introduces, of course, a new look, seems like some sort of video background, the ability to lock apps, and an all-new interface when it comes to the iPad for having applications free floats. And on the iPhone, a split screen view would be amazing. So next up, the Notes application would get an overhaul under his control. You'd be able to bring it out onto the home screen on the iPad and interact with it right there. The new Shortcut app would be getting even more extensive with third-party support and pretty much to control anything and everything you could possibly want. And of course, the long elusive dark mode, a feature Apple decided not to add for whatever reason on both the iPhones and the iPad. An always-on display would show you some notifications without needing to have your display on at all times. Very brilliant use of the OLED technology. There's a new dashboard or control center for the iPad. Honestly, I like the one currently implemented, but that's a nice touch. And the ability to add third-party controls to the control center would be nice. Of course, multi-user support, possibly a guest mode. So there is that concept by Jacob Rendina, iOS 13 through his eyes. It's really wonderful. Do check it out down below in the description. The full version with music is way better than I could have described it. I really wish that Apple would add at least half of these to iOS 13, but we'll have to see. Anyways, here's another concept, this one by Jackson Swirsky. This really goes into depth on some of the features I've been wanting, and I didn't even know about it for a long time on iOS. So the first one is a lock screen upgrade. Honestly, I think it's fine now, but the notification thing is a very good idea. Having them sync across all devices at one time would be nice. The home screen with some new widgets, which would possibly be live. I think it might be a battery drainer, but still would be nice to have, especially if the new devices come with bigger batteries. And I superimposed this image on the new iPad. Actually looks really, really nice here. Everything's rounded, fits very well together. We'd have some sort of interactive widgets, tiles on the home screen, and the dock would be getting even more functionality. And this is really starting to get into the territory of Mac OS, having windows open that you can move around and actually place on top of each other. Mission control, something that I don't think Apple would do, but it would make sense if they ever wanted to combine the line, which they said they would never combine iPads and Mac OS. So there would be some gestures on how you would control it. Now it gets interesting when going to the iPhone version. Settings looks really, really clean here. It's minimalistic to the extreme. So I think that they should keep some of what they have right now, but also add some of this look too. And of course, everybody wants a dark mode. There's a reason we're all asking Apple, please, please add it, at least in iOS 13. I can wait another year, sure. And the Clocks application would be gaining a lot more information, readily visible right there on one page. I think it's a bit busy, but this page here is quite clean, and the timer would allow export of the data. So if you were running laps and you wanted to save them, you could easily export them. Reminders would be getting another overhaul. I just got one in iOS 12 and it'd be getting even more diverse, more information, work with pretty much anything you'd want. And on the iPad, an all new app, weather, and he didn't mention it, but the calculator app is still missing from the iPads and I'd want it. Mail hasn't been updated and it still looks the same, almost the same since the original iPhone Mail app, so that could use an upgrade. And emoji would be easier to find using this grid view here. Sure, it's easier to use, but it takes up your entire display, so I don't really know about that. Overall though, a beautiful beautiful concept. Do check this one out down below in the description as well. So there's a couple new concepts regarding iOS 13, and I think this time around we're going to be a lot more hopeful since Mark Gurman did say himself iOS 13 will be the iOS firmware to finally get an actual redesign. So the Springboard will get a new look, possibly new functionality. It'll be mostly an upgrade focused on the iPads, but I'm excited to see what Apple brings an entire year from now on all other devices. So stay tuned for that. I'll keep you updated on any news, but for now, we do have concepts and dreams on what it could be, what it could look like. Hopefully it has a dark mode. That's all I ask Apple. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one and stay tuned for even more info.